that Iran has limited and scaled back in some key aspects their nuclear program, which we did in exchange for some of the limited sanctions relief that's been offered.
One other quick topic. Former President George W. Bush has been quoted as having made a wide array of remarks about President Obama and his handling of foreign policy in an ostensibly private setting. First, does this administration regard that, with those comments to a group of 700 people, former President Bush has effectively violated his own pledge and claim that he does not publicly criticize his successor?
Well, the fact that I think that in his mind he did not consider this to be a public setting, it was an off-the-record setting, I don't think that was his intent. At the same time, he didn't renounce his ability or his right to share his views on a range of issues, including foreign policy. As a former president of the United States, he is somebody who spent a lot of time thinking about these issues, and he certainly is entitled to share those views in public or in private with whomever he likes. At the same time, I don't think it's a surprise. I don't think it was a surprise to anybody in that room, and I don't think it's a surprise to anybody in this room that President Bush might have some differences with President Obama when it comes to foreign policy.
One of the things he is reported to have said, and I quote, is, "Just remember, the guy who slit Danny Pearl's throat is in Gitmo, and now they're doing it on TV," a reference to ISIS. And the apparent argument being that the current administration has allowed a group like ISIS to become the threat that it has. It wasn't a threat on the day George W. Bush left office. Your response?
Well, I do think that we have made the case aggressively before, and I think that's backed up by extensive evidence, that there are links between al-Qaeda in Iraq and ISIL. And the fact is, al-Qaeda was not in Iraq prior to President Bush's decision to commit significant American military resources on the ground in that country. And that is a historical fact. But again, the fact that President Bush has a different perspective and a different philosophy when it comes to foreign policy isn't just a well-known difference. In the minds of many people, it's the principal reason that President Obama is in the Oval Office right now.
But how do you reckon with the historical fact that al-Qaeda in Iraq was effectively vanquished by the time the Bush-Cheney administration left office, and that it has been on President Obama's watch that we now have ISIS, the people who are beheading people on TV?
Well, again, this is a long
You brought up historical
story.
facts. You wanted to go back farther than I just did, so.
Yeah. Well, and I guess what I'm saying is, I guess you're making the case that it started there and it looked like it was gone as a testament to President Bush's leadership. The fact is, I'm not sure that it was gone. I think that this is something that took root in Iraq. And what we're going to need is to a strong central government that will act with the support of the United States and our coalition partners to root out this extremist influence that is threatening to divide that country. And we're pleased with the progress that Prime Minister Abadi has made just in his short tenure in office. And that's a testament to the success that we believe that Iraq can have if its leaders are willing to set aside their sectarian differences and try to unite that country to face down that threat.